What's up, manga fans, and welcome back to another review of Bleach. This week's chapter 629, The Gate of the Sun. Now, I think it's safe to say that Kubo is definitely moving the plot along much quicker with this chapter, and I can expect the pacing is going to be, I'd say, faster than what we've gotten in the past few chapters. And I know I've said that before, but this chapter kind of makes me feel like the way it ended, the fighting and action is going to start, so we can expect more of that. But what surprised me was the amount of comedy that was in this chapter. I did say before that I think Kubo is probably going to put that on hold for now or do less of it, but there was more of it, and it was kind of majority of the chapter. And the thing is, I enjoyed it. I didn't actually mind that it was there. The other comedies we had in the previous chapters seemed a bit like, misplaced, but these ones seem to fit in quite well, and it kind of contrasts with the whole seriousness of how the war is starting up again at the end of the chapter. So there was a nice little contrast there. But what was interesting was I'd say the whole way the groups have kind of divided into four. We had two groups, and now there's going to be four perspectives. And one of the perspectives was obviously the Gote 13's group, and obviously we at the beginning we saw Yach Juhag explaining what war world means, or war welt, however the translation is, and it's basically going to be like a symbol of their Quincy world. It's going to be the cornerstone, what we were told before, and this is where they're going to start, they're kind of revolutionizing the whole planet, you might as well say, into Quincy. And Hashwad is basically proclaiming to kill all the intruders who will get in the way, and so that Juha doesn't have to view them. So after this, we see obviously Kuryaku and Urahara commenting from their group at the size of War World, and deciding to move along with the rest of the Shinigami. But as they're moving, Urahara's like, "Where's Mayuri gone?" And they've all kind of done that dirt face, thinking, "Where is he gone?" And we see Mayuri as actually split off and decided to arrive in a different location, rather than staying with the Shinigami. And this is expected from him, because in every single arc where there's a war, or there's kind of a operation with a Shinigami squad or platoon, he always ends up having his own ulterior motives. There's never the whole what's the serious case at hand, that's what needs to be done. It's like, my research, that's what's important. So I'm not even angry, because this is expected from him. But what makes me laugh is he thought he got away quite sneakily and no one's going to bother him, but they're all going to be, going into chaos. I don't care. And he can calmly do his research. But his parade is swiftly interrupted by Kenpachi, and the way it was done made me laugh. He's like, "Nothing matters to me other than my research," and Kenpachi's like behind, "I bet." And he completely loses it. Like, how did you emerge? Like, why are you here? And Kenpachi innocently had apparently casually gone to go to take a leak. He went to the toilet when everyone went through the doors originally. So when he came back, no one was there, and he went through the same doors that Mayuri went through. So he's like, "Oh, good thing you left the door open for me." And funny enough, Hanataro had also gone to the toilet, and he's roped him with Kenpachi's group. But he's like, "Why did I have to go to the toilet at that time? I could have gone another time." But now he's there with Kenpachi, Yumichika, and Ikaku. So he's kind of picked the worst possible group. And funny thing is, Mayuri and Kenpachi don't particularly like each other anyway. So Kenpachi's like, "It's good I managed to separate myself from the main group, because I won't cut anybody." And Mayuri's like, "Yes, it's easier this way, because we can weed out the, you might say, imbeciles, the idiots." And you could tell these are direct, you might say, insults towards each other, so they're going to be heated off. And Hanata was just like, "Why did I have to be here?" He even asked Nemu for her opinion, and she's like, "No comments," deadpan expression. So that was funny. And then we see the third perspective, which is Ichigo's group. Nothing's changed there, other than the fact that he notices that you can't use foothold with Reishi while they're moving forward. And the funny thing was, he does a complete parallel to Yushiro last week. Chad basically says, we're surprised you almost died here." And he's like, he apparently had jumped off the kind of floating cities, just like Yushiro done last time when he sent Yoriichi and Ichigo basically said he sent Yuriki and Renji, so he wanted to charge over there, but because he couldn't use footholds, because he forgot about the reishi being condensed and no longer usable, he's completely fallen and grabbed by Chad, exactly the same as how Renji grabbed Yusha. And what made me laugh was how Yorichi further commented on that, and he's like, oh, it seemed like Yusha did the same thing recently. It's like you're on the same wavelength, and then she goes, I don't know if that's a comment or an insult. It just made me completely laugh. I just couldn't believe there was a direct parallel at the same time, and it just makes Ichigo look like a little puppy. Like, oh, my friends are here. It's like I need to go and see them. That was really, really hilarious. And as I said, I can't wait for them all to meet up soon. But it did get serious from there when he did say that we definitely need to meet up, because it's the element of surprise is gone, so being in a group will be much better. But Grimjaw is against this because he says that moving together will make our movements much easier. I'm gonna go on ahead, but Ichigo's already sent something up ahead and said, no, don't go ahead, there's something then. And of all people that shows up, it's the very, you might as well say, flamboyant Askin Narklavak, and he basically is like, oh crap, I found the worst possible group. It's like, my luck, I find Ichigo's group. And he's like, at least it's not the Gote 13, but he's quickly attacked by Grimjaw, who's obviously dying for some action. And then the last fourth perspective group is basically the Quincy Rebellion, who's obviously Basby, Lilotto and Giselle, who they're standing on top of Silburn, and they note that the Gate of the Sun is basically still standing, and then they proclaim that they're going to take out both Juha and Hashwa. And I think something bad is definitely going to go there for them. I'm actually surprised they separated so early, but I guess the whole deal was, you know, with the Shinigami was open a gate and then we'll go about our own business. You go that way, we'll go that way. That's it. That's the whole only agreement. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to see what's going to happen in the next few chapters. If it is, as I said, we're going to see 4 perspectives pan out over the next few chapters, so that's probably going to extend the chapters quite a bit before, you know, the groups all actually meet up, because you know how Kubo is. It's definitely not going to be next week or the next 2 weeks. And then as I said, it's gonna be interesting to see who's going to survive this next few battles and who's going to live, and obviously to see more powers being revealed, because Ichigo still hasn't really shown much, Byakuya hasn't shown much, Aizen's still in his chair. You know, there's a lot more people who still haven't shown their Bankai, so there's still things like that to be shown. And yeah, as I said, I can't really say much else about this chapter other than it was fun, it was comedy, there was a lot of seriousness, and it seems like this is definitely the start of some more action. So yeah, that's all I can really think of, is let's see some more action. Hopefully Kubo has a very good idea of what he's going to be doing for not just over the short term, long term Bleach, because I definitely feel like it deserves at least a year or 2 before it finishes. I feel like there's still, as I said last week, more to resolve and things to talk about. Backstories, flashbacks, turn back with Pendulum, you name it. I still think there's more of that we need to see. And then I'd be satisfied with Bleach ending. But that's it for this week's chapter. I enjoyed it. Definitely expect more action next time, and I'll speak to you guys next week. Take care.